What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video of the Accident Night Can't Never Sleep LOL podcast, and today we're going to be talking about something that is a big problem nowadays: brain rot. Now, I'm not going to show brain rot or just like I might make up some stupid brain rot to just show us an example of what it's like. But brain rot, it's really just horrible. It's stupid. It has it's like a kind of content, right? On like YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and basically all the socials, where it's basically just like the stupidest things. Where that whole like skibidi thing or whatever. Yeah, that that's that's brain rot there. So brain rot is basically a type of content that when you watch it, it feels like you are currently losing brain cells because it's so stupid, so dumb that you just don't see the point of it. Oh, I just got the don't see the point of existing. And I have seen it a lot more recently. And like every single time I try to be like, stop, just no, please. It just keeps going. There's so much of it now, and I just want to talk about it today. There's a lot about it. First off, we're going to talk about what exactly is brain rot, how is it affecting people, and why is it so stupid, and like why is it so popular? And then also the last thing is just going to be other things about brain rot. All right, to start off, brain rot, as I said, it's like stupid content that makes you feel like you're losing brain cells. And like, for example, let me give you an example of what brain rot is like. Okay? Now, if you do not want to lose brain cells, then I would recommend you skip to the next like 20 seconds. All right, so basically, brain rot. An example of it would be like, "What's up, guys? Baby Gronk just rizzed up Skippy the toilet, but then Skippy the toilet, Livy Dunn, but then Livy Dunn and Pomni got mad because I don't even know. I can't think of these kind of things. I don't watch brain rot. I'm above that kind of content. And I just don't get it. Like, what is so funny about this? Here, let me try to see if I can find a good example. Okay. Trying here. I'm trying here. I'm looking here. Let me show you an example. I think I found one. Riz. Under the morning, that's Riz. Skibbity and Riz. That's an example of brain rot. Stupid, right? It feels like you lost like 20 brain cells there. And you probably did. I hate that so much. It's so popular and it's everywhere. Like, I bet if you go onto your cousin's iPad and scroll past 10 shorts, about half of them would probably be brain rot. Because it's so popular and people are like, funny, Riz, baby grown, or whatever. I don't know what people say nowadays. It's just like, I feel like, it makes me feel like I'm ancient. It's just like, what is this? You know how like, I'm not one of the person who's like, guys, this Gen Alpha is doomed. They're gonna be our world leaders someday, and all they're saying is skibbity rig. I'm losing brain cells, and my throat just wants to like. I just don't want to talk like this, but it just is so popular nowadays. White literally have a Gen Alpha dictionary, because sometimes people in my comment sections just say the randomest things because they've been exposed to so much brain rot that they can only speak in like this Gen Alpha Norse runes type stuff. Like, bro, what is this? Like, are they speaking in ancient Egypt hieroglyphics? What are these words? Obviously, since I have since I am a content creator in 2024, I know a lot about how brain rot has been affecting kids, and it's just like, kids are just like, kids have never been smart. You hear older, like really old generations say that we were never dumb. You guys are the reason why there's labels on Tide Pods telling you not to eat them. And the only thing is, it's because you guys were also stupid. You can't just say that you guys were just like smart at all times. You were not always smart, bro. If you do think that, if you do think that you've been smart your entire life, you're just lying to yourself. You're 100% lying to yourself. I don't know what you're thinking there. It's just no. Every single generation has been stupid in various different ways. But this one, it's just the most difficult for me to relate to, you know. Like some of the older generations were forced to have lead paint in their pipes and drink lead basically, and that's why they were stupid. But this is just because social media is like, guys, have you heard about the new news? And like, have you seen what some sports content devolved into now? It's like so stupid. Like a lot of content, about probably around 60, maybe 50% of TikTok now is brain rot, and probably around 50, 40, 60% is similar for YouTube Shorts as well. It's just everywhere now. And there's like, I feel like there's no way we can stop it because there's all these little kids on their mom's iPad posting videos say, guys, I'm actually the Skibidi Rizzler Sigma Alpha dude. Don't take that out of context, by the way. Please don't. I am not stupid. I am not a Gen Alpha kid. That's just what they be speaking like right now, bro. Like, when, I guess it would be an insult to, like, the Egyptians and the Norse for having their complex and difficult written language compared to such stupidity. Because it's just, why? Why? And it's so, once again, it's so popular nowadays that, you know what? With this video, I want you to try to spend hashtag stop brain rot. If you find a brain rot video, either dislike it, say don't recommend it, or find some sort of way to make it so without supporting the content. So like, don't comment on their videos. That just helps them create more brain rot content that just feels like it's causing more issues for Gen Alpha than anything else. Don't do that, but find other ways to try to stop brain rot from happening. Like, try to spread videos or something of like how brain rot affects kids and how like it is such a weird, and I'm not even gonna get into content farms. Those are a whole different topic, and I could probably make a full-on hour-long episode on those. Those are horrible, and they're also related with brain rot, so I'm gonna talk briefly on them, but not much because those are a topic for another time, and I probably will never do it because they're quite insane. So basically, content farms are like mass-produced content that continuously just do weird things. Sometimes they do weird things with the characters in like a show or something. Don't even get me started on the amazing digital circus, brain rot, and content farms. Just like, if there's anything popular anymore, it's probably in some sort of brain rot. Some way, there's some sort of brain rot revolving around it. But it just happens. Now, it's just like, oh great, it's just another one of these videos, another brain rot video. Who could have guessed? It's not like this is the 30th time I've seen one in the last 20 minutes. Now, another good thing you could do to try to stop having brain rot in your feed is just try to not watch shorts as much. Try to stop watching way too much YouTube. Like, obviously, it's fine as long as you're not watching too much of it, and then you start speaking in whatever language they be speaking. You know, there's always like, you know how English is like divided into, oh, well, there's Canadian English, there's like UK English, and then there's American English, and then there's like Australian English. Well, there's some sort of other English made just for Gen Alpha kids who are exposed to YouTube Shorts and TikToks all the time. Because those are a whole different kind of language, bro. I don't understand anything they're saying. like you would hear parents in like the 2000s say, "What kind of language are you speaking with this Pikachu, this Charizard?" But those names compared to this, what the state of social media and all that, you know, as much as I hate the aura ads and all that, like they kind of have a point with it's mostly consumption nowadays in a status game instead of social. And that's fine. I kind of agree with that, but there's still I don't fully agree with that. That is not at all true. But I feel like they have a good point when they say that there's a lot more consumption than there is social nowadays. Obviously there's some creators like my friends and me who just try their best to have a good time on YouTube, interact with their audience safely, obviously, and just be a good content creator. But then there's other people like Memesy that are just like, whoa guys, look, this is the Sigma here. Like, I don't, why? I can't. What is the point of this? All right, time for chapter 2. How is it affecting little kids and just people in general? I don't think this is too much of a surprise, but it doesn't exactly affect them positively. Like if you've been to a local, like if you've been 100 yards within a like nearby elementary school or middle school or even high school, like elementary, middle, and high school all have been infected with this. So yeah, be careful of that, because if you just go around a bunch of little kids, there's a large chance that they'll probably watch a whole bunch of brain shorts. And I'm not giving TikTok slack either. I just haven't been exposed to as much TikTok since I didn't really like TikTok at all. So yeah. But there is a lot of effects it has. Like obviously there's the whole people are too obsessed with watching brain rot that they can't get their work done or get anything done at all, really. But there is other things that also happen, like sometimes, obviously, don't get me started on attention span. Actually, I'm going to start on attention span. I don't know what I said that. But yeah, attention span nowadays is kind of horrible at this point. It's just bad. Attention span, like people used to be able to actually focus at times, but now people are like, oh, it's so boring. We're just waiting for a minute in a line. Like, bro, why can't I be watching YouTube shorts right now? It would be a much better use of my time instead of doing something productive. Like, yeah. So obviously, like, YouTube shorts, all of that, it's okay to watch it at times. All of that, I'm fine with YouTube shorts. I post YouTube shorts. I just don't post brain rot. If you've read my channel description, I say I'm trying to fight against brain rot because it's just such an issue. Nowadays, it's like you can't go if you go on an incognito tab or clear all your search history on YouTube and you scroll for around 20 YouTube videos, you'll probably find at least one brain rot video. They're like dominating YouTube shorts nowadays because so many little kids watch it thinking it's funny, thinking it's just cool, whatever. But it's just like once YouTube and TikTok or whatever social media platform you use gets in the way of productivity, then it can become quite an issue. And you need to get better with those things. Now obviously I am not some sort of major in psychology or something, but I do know a few things about how it's not exactly great for your mental health and even physical health to be sitting down all day watching YouTube shorts instead of doing work. Like in the future, just imagine instead of trying to work on curing cancer, someone is just out there like on while they're trying to find cures and stuff, someone is just watching YouTube shorts in the background like Patrick said funny thing. Yeah. Um. It is. I don't know how it's gonna fold out for the rest of her life. Hopefully, we're like other generations. Hopefully, Gen Alpha's like other generations, and just actually learn that hey, this is not smart, and maybe not the best thing for us to be consuming at all times. Once again, if you're a parent watching this video and you are like have a young child on YouTube, try to monitor them at times because you never know what they could be watching. Because sometimes they could be watching brain rot, and then the reason why your scores are decreasing is because they're watching so much brain rot, their attention spans are going down, and then they just don't care about school as much. And I'm not saying school is the most important thing in the world. There is more important things like family, food, money, because money is very important in this society, but it still sometimes can be important, like especially like getting an education, obviously in like elementary school and middle school and high school. The only reason you'd want to really pay attention to all that stuff is a lot of it is not too helpful, but it can help you further in life. Like if you want to become a game developer for like Sony and help with game developing, then you're going to need to have some sort of background history from it. And like in order to get into good places that can teach you important things, like there's obviously like places like that teach you how to edit videos correctly or teach you film styles and acting things. So you gotta still use your time wisely. Don't spend all your time on social media just consuming and consuming and consuming and consuming just brain rot content or any other content. It's just bad for you and it can. Now, obviously, we can't exactly say that it will affect your life in the future since it's quite a new topic and it's mostly only exposed to Gen Alpha kids, but you can probably guess it's probably not going to be good for them. Maybe not the best for their health. But, they still try. But yeah, I don't have too much else to say, but I guess just remember, try to stop watching brain rot content. If this is what you needed to just think, should I really be watching this? Is this really okay for me to watch? Is this okay for my mental health? Is this normal? If this is what made you realize that, then you're welcome, I guess. I'm just trying to say that brain rot is a huge problem nowadays. And obviously, most of the time, this podcast is about stupid things. Like, my next video is probably going to be on, like, why I like The Legend of Zelda. Or, like, Kirby. Or something like that. But this video is just to tell you that brain rot, it may be funny as like when you're really young and all that. It may be like a thing, but it's not good for you to consume all of the time. And it's also just most of the time the content just isn't funny, kind of dumb at times. So just be careful of what you're watching and just make sure to stay safe out there. All right. Thanks for watching. I will see you next episode and bye.